vision, so much passion in what she's doing. Malen Claravall. So we are going to go dig deep into her. What is this driving force for ballet in the Philippines? What it can do? That she's a woman with so much angles, where her ballet is going, how it's helping people, how it's, So first, I'd like to ask, how did this passion develop in you?
When I was 4 years old, my parents said I could dance first before I do my walking, because every time my dad would turn on the radio, I would start dancing. So they enrolled me in a ballet school.
So it wasn't just you, like your parents saw you dancing and they wanted you to pursue that. But okay, you were dancing and they saw you and they wanted. Oh, were they dancers also?
They were not dancers.
So they saw something in you and they fanned the flame. What nice parents, huh?
Yes, they.
Oh, they're.
Yes, so they enrolled me in the school of Georgie Felix Velarde, and I continued there with my sister. Then after that, after a number of years, my parents learned that there was a British teacher. Her name is Heather Liodra, and we were enrolled there on a private class. At 9 years old to 16, and that was where we were introduced the technique of the Royal Academy of Dance.
9 to 16, that's a long time. Like, did you ever doubt yourself that, do you really love this? I mean, that's a lot of time to put into, like you were in school, like high school, grade school, and when would you practice? Right after school or only Saturdays? Like, how was the dynamics there?
Oh, well, my parents would fetch us from St. Teresa's College. Then in the afternoon, we had 2 times a week with Georgie Felix in Philippine Women's. That we would dress up in the car. They would give us a feed as merienda, and then we'd go to Philippine Women's from St. Teresa's College, Quezon City. And then we had classes from 5 to 7 or 8. Then when we go home, we do our assignments.
So your parents were there with you every day watching you?
My mom, while my dad would stay inside his car with all the reading materials. But that was twice a week.
Reading materials, you mean he's studying, doing his own or work?
No, Reader's Digest, newspapers. My father is a voracious reader. He is a chemist. So every time we had classes in ballet,
reading time.
That was his reading time. And then when we go home, then it's time to do our assignment. And that was where I learned time management. Because I love my ballet. So I wanted to pursue it. So even if I'm tired at that time, I would still finish my assignment. So my parents saw in me the gift of music and dance, and they wanted me to pursue to the end.
Amazing. So, when you were doing all of this time management and doing this, it was a natural to you because you said you're also a mathematician or
an accountant.
An accountant. So that's a very structured, like exact science or something.
Yeah.
So this exact science thing in you, it wasn't. That dance is that also an exact science or is that? No, it isn't. So you're a balance of both, huh? Like left brain and right brain.
Yeah. While accounting is like straight science, ballet is very artistic. I can get out of the box, and that's where my relaxation is. So since I wanted to pursue, and I love music because they also enrolled me in piano. I'm also a pianist.
So when they enroll you into something, when you say you're a pianist, you really went all the way.
All the way.
Huh?
All the way until.
So wait, I told you earlier that Gladys Celeste Mercader is the pianist of American Ballet. That's my auntie.
Yeah.
So, since you're a pianist, can you also relate the piano playing for ballet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but I can't teach and play the piano, so I hire a pianist.
So you have live playing there of a pianist while your students are.
Not now, but
Not
before
now.
COVID, I got a pianist for my advance. But for the little ones, we do the music that's provided by the Royal Academy of Dance or my other music where I can download.
So what is this Royal Academy of Dance? Is this in England or in France or something?
Okay, let me start about what Royal Academy of Dance is. Royal Academy of Dance is the biggest examination group and dance training in the proper technique of ballet. It started in 1920 when 5 different dancers, known dancers from England, Italy, France, Denmark, and Russia. They came together because they were discussing about the bad teaching in ballet. They wanted to establish a syllabus where ballet could be taught properly. That is in 1920, and fast forward, it became the Royal Academy of Dance, adopted by the English. And it is very detailed. It's low, but the effects and the results of the dancers is really training them from the young up to they become professionals. And that's where my school is. I'm an affiliate of the Royal Academy of Dance in London.
Wow, what an honor. Huh? But when did this vision of a school start? Like, okay, it was just you love dancing, it was your balance for your school, and then you're dancing, and the family. It's so nice that you can see the family backing up all you and all that. But when did you begin to have a dream of teaching? Did that happen right away, or did you do your accounting first and then, oh, I think I need some passion here, and then I'll do my school? Which came first?
Teaching. It was my dad again, because I've been dancing since I was 4. Then when I got into the RAD first level training when I was 12, 13, Dad saw in me that I could teach and impart. So he said, maybe you should start teaching ballet to our neighbors for free. So Dad built a studio in our house in Iba
So
Street. He built a studio because there were 4 of us dancing, and he said, why don't you start training those neighbors and maybe impart the knowledge of ballet for free? So that is where my social responsibility started.
And they can be your assistants.
My-
It's just in the neighborhood, you're giving them a job pa.
And my mom would sit there and watching me teach. My dad would turn on the music. You know, these big reels at the time.
Oh.
And here's a secret. The music came from my piano playing. I played the music, Dad taped it, and then I know what kind of steps to put in there. So I would say, Dad, music number 1, Dad, music number 2. That's how I was trained. I have amazing parents.
So that's it, you know, the amazing parents. That's because I think a child will not just get into all these things without the proper backing up of the parents.
Yeah, they were very supportive.
Is your father a foreigner or something? Like Claravall, what is that? French or
No, it's Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah, but Claravall from Baguio, and my mom is Rivera from Cagayan de Oro. And you see, going back to ballet, when I had all these students coming from the neighborhood, and you know, of course, they didn't have this proper clothing. It just said, free ballet lessons, come. So I had
Then free clothes. That must be.
yeah, and then I would, you know, my mom would look at me because sometimes I smirk because they don't smell good when I teach, and then my mom would look at me sharply, not to do that. So it was
Really?
yeah, and then when I got into
So
it-
bath first. In your studio, there's a bath. Before you come here, take a bath.
and then since I'm in St. Teresa's College, Tita Radaj, Felicitas Radaj, the first RAD who got into the Royal Academy of Dance from London, came here. She took me as her assistant teacher in St. Teresa's College, Quezon City. I was 14 years old when I started teaching inside St. Teresa's College, Quezon City. That was where my teaching was developed, and I was only 14. And I had a pianist. Can you imagine? I was 14 and I had a pianist who was like 28 or 30. And my students were from the young ones to the older ones. I was then in second year high school. And I had students in third and fourth year. And
Is ballet? This is really. Is ballet an Olympic art, or is there something like an Olympic sport of ballet?
no,
No, it's
no,
not.
ballet is actually grace, following the grace, understanding your body, and being able to impart your feelings through movement and dance using all the facilities from the mind down to your muscles, down to your toes.
Okay, now I go back to you now. Like when you were doing all these things, it just okay. Your dad built you a studio. You weren't thinking of a big school yet. It wasn't.
No.
You know, it was just doing your passion. You know.
Yeah.
So it was even your parents who prepped you to have a school or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it was Dad who even gave that name, Classical Ballet Studio. He put up a signage.
And you weren't afraid. You were like, Dad, what are you doing? Like
I was,
Huh?
but you see, my parents knew what
you could do.
I could do, and I was an obedient child. That's why they gave me everything. I said, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I finished.
So how many are you in the family?
We're 10.
10 kids?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm the third, the eldest of the girls.
Wow.
So I was just following what.
And all of them have this passion in dancing?
Oh,
or
no.
not? Only you?
Me and my younger sister who is in Iloilo, her name is Malen Claravall Gonzalez. She has a big ballet studio also in La Paz, Iloilo.
Okay, so now we will transition to the next topic now once your school has been built. Okay, what we were talking was about you growing up, right?
Yeah.
Now, in the next segment, we'll go to the how it grew to become something like this. I have a question. You mentioned earlier that you have 10 siblings all in all. And you said that your father and mother would be in your ballet practices. Weren't they giving too much attention to you and not to the rest? Like, where were the rest of your siblings be at that time when you're in the ballet and your parents are there with you? Where would they be?
When we had our classes at Philippine Women's, my sister and I were at the studio, and the boys were all at home. There was a maid to watch over them to finish their assignments, and that's just about 2 to 3 hours. And when mom and dad would come home,
They're hungry.
there's already food,
There's food already.
and check their assignments. So my parents were really
Hands-on, no?
amazing, hands-on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you would say you contribute your success because of their
Always.
Nurturing.
The nurturing, and I always thank God for them every time I see somebody who becomes a talented artist. I always say, Lord, if you did not give me parents like them, I won't be like this.
So how did this grow? Okay, your dad made you a small in your house studio. The neighbors started coming. How did your school grow?
I realized that I love teaching. My younger sister loved performing.
Oh,
Yes.
that's different.
Yeah, my younger sister is tall and very, very artistic. So she was into performing while I was into teaching. Then, when I got into college, I took up accounting. And accounting was such a difficult course in St. Teresa's College.
Why did you take that if you found it difficult?
Because
You
my
like challenge?
No, because my dad, you take accounting. If not, you will stop your ballet.
Oh, really? Like that?
Because
Huh?
he saw that I was good at math.
Okay. Wow.
So I took up accounting, and because it was difficult, my teaching, I continued teaching at the house, but it became only once a week, half day. So I only had a few students from 9 to 12. Then after that, I had to study. But I did not stop teaching because I just love to impart.
Just once a week.
Once a week, Saturdays. Then when I passed the CPA exam, Dad said, okay, go to work. Then pay for your ballet fees.
So he didn't even say go to work, like there's no time out, like I want to rest.
No.
Go to work.
No. So when in St. Teresa's we had a placement bureau, and if you graduate, we had already interviews. In all these interviews, I chose Manila Bank. I passed immediately. I had to report. As soon as I became a CPA, I had to report. And I loved that other aspect of my life because I applied my knowledge in audit at Manila Bank. And that's where I met my husband.
He was a banker also.
He was a banker with a credit department.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Did he lend you money?
So now that when I got married, I got into Saint Scholastica to teach ballet for almost 10 years.
Okay.
Then after Saint Scholastica, that was combined with my being a corporate executive, because as when after Manila Bank, I went into the Philcraft. It was like a Philcraft Marketing Corporation. Then after that, it was together corporate ballet, because I produce better in the corporate world if I had my art at the side. I become a better person.
Art at the side.
The art at the side, because my focus is my job.
Good job.
But I needed
The
something,
outlet,
the
yeah.
outlet, which I love, music and dance.
So when did you make it a real enterprise? Your dancing school.
When I left the corporate world, after Loyola gave me the opportunity to teach while I was employed. I would teach at Saint Scholastica twice a week, and I could leave my job. And I could come back. Oh yes, the Puyats are very kind to me. So, okay, you can teach every Tuesday and Friday, but make sure that you produce
Your
results.
deliverables are met. Like
It
that.
was met.
Yeah.
It was met.
So as long as you can do that, they were okay with you.
Yes, he allowed me. Then after that, I really got tired of doing both. It was getting so difficult. So I had to choose. And I chose ballet.
All right. Okay, now ballet. can you tell us, ballet is not just like any other dance? I mean, where did this start? It's a French dance, King Louis the Fourth or 14th?
14th.
Okay, so what's the history here? Like, why is ballet like made to appear, or maybe it really is like so much higher than all the other dancing arts? Why is that? Why is that?
Because number one, ballet uses everything from the mind, the muscles, the foot, the feet, the leg work, everything.
So it looks like the one who designed it was a genius. So who's this person? Why ballet has become that kind of dance form? Or
I
what?
could only talk about the Royal Academy because it started in 1920. They called it the operatic theater.
Operatic
Theater.
theater.
Yes, during the time of King Louis the 14th. So when they saw that there were a lot of students who wanted to learn that, then came the four different known dancers at the time from Russia, Italy, French, and Denmark. They came together, and with the other teachers, they came up with how to teach the proper ballet. And it's all started there. And they came up with the Royal Academy of Dancing syllabus.
How to teach the proper ballet? Okay, like look at this. I was just looking at this. Her hand, her arm, and you were mentioning about a line.
Yes.
What's that? A line?
Yes, in ballet, you look into the arm line.
Arm line.
Arm line, the fingers that has to extend over and beyond. See the fingers that looks very long. Then the eye line that looks very far, and the neck that should extend. And look at the back, and her legs, which is supposed to be long and lean. So it's all lines that we're talking here about the Royal Academy of Dance.
So, in the Royal Academy of Dance, for example, the fingers are going like this. In the other ballets, the fingers are going. What is that?
No, I really don't know.
You don't know the others.
I can only speak about the Royal Academy of Dance, although there are a lot of disciplines. They are also as good, but it will always depend on the teacher who teaches this syllabi. So I'm not saying RAD is the best. No, I'm saying
But the standard. When you say this standard,
it's
that's
RAD.
RAD.
It is RAD.
So another academy can have their own standard.
Yeah, like there's Vaganova, which is the other teachers. There is Australian. There's a lot, but Royal Academy of Dance is recognized in 85 countries.
Okay. So, but they trace all of this from King Louis the 14th.
Yes, and that became the English syllabus, which is now what we adapt.
Is there no jealousy that, hey, that's French and we're German, or we're like, you know?
No.
No.
No, not with me. No. As long as the results of your students are within international standards. That's the reason why examiners from London come to my school.
So do you believe that ballet is healthy? Like it's not going to destroy your legs or knees or something?
No, because in RAD, us teachers, the registered teachers, there's a few of us in the Philippines, I think about 10. The registered teachers are taught the anatomy of the body. It's not just dancing. We have a course before one becomes a registered teacher. We are taught the anatomy of the body, where the strength comes from, where the elongation comes from. So before we become a RAD teacher, we have to answer all these questions so that it is taught properly and there are no damages.
So till old age, it's like it's gives you longevity and all that. There's no
What about me?
mystery.
Yeah, I have an 82-year-old student
Really?
because I now teach seniors. I have a separate class for seniors from ages, I have adult and I have seniors from 55, 60 to 82.
Yeah, you mentioned about that, and let's go dig deep into that now. So, from your school, okay, you now chose, you're done with the career. You said, okay, I'll now concentrate on my school, right? So after you did that, looks like your school had many, you had many visions for your school. Like you started teaching the people that are less privileged.
Yes.
And you started teaching the older people, seniors, and all
Yes.
that. So, and
those
I-
physically and mentally challenged.
so these are so many things in one. Who's heading the department for this, the department for that, and you can tackle all
I
of
can
that.
tackle
like,
this and assign to my teachers.
assign to your teachers.
And tell them these are the things that need to be done and I will just check.
And even you said that because I asked you what all this Swan Lake, the whole thing. Like, what's that Swan Lake? What's the story there? Like, but then you said you are making your own now. Like this celebration.
Yeah.
Can you explain your vision here? How what you wanted to do with the celebration?
Okay.
Values, Filipino values.
Filipino
or-
values. Okay,
How?
because I produce every 2 years a grand concert kasi, and every time I come up with what the thing to come up with, I look at the present situation and I look at my students. What would be the best to impart? Celebration came up because I saw that the children now lack the proper values when we grew up. I wanted that kind of values projected in dance. For example, the respect for parents. I put that in the dance in a fiesta. The scene is a fiesta, and there is this lady who paid for all the expenses. So it was really a fiesta, and at the backdrop was the church. I wanted also to put in the religious value. So when the kids come out,
Have you done it already?
Done.
You've
So-
already done the play?
yeah, it's done. So when the kids come out, they go mano to the older ladies, and they start playing the Filipino piko, patintero, all the things that we used to do when we were young. Kasi wala na ngayon. Puro
Everybody's in their
cellphone. Puro cellphone. So I showed also the yo-yo. I also showed the hula hoop. And I also showed the, how do you call that, the sipa. These are all
Tak,
Filipino.
yeah,
And there's a term for that. Yeah, that, like, the parents were like, wow, these are our games before.
Yeah.
So after that, settled na. And then, eto na, dances, Filipino dances. Because ngayon, usong-uso yung mga hip-hop, yung mga very, very foreign. I put back all the Filipino dances in ballet. I tweaked it in ballet. And then, I put in the ligawan with the guitarra. Then, I put in no touch when somebody likes you. And I put in all these very conservative values that we have. Then after that, then I put out the lechon because everybody I had that
Yes,
lechon
yes.
thing. And then after that, the bell rings for prayer.
You have to put this on tour. After you do that, we have to bring this all over the world.
I wish I could do that.
Huh? We need a sponsor.
I need a sponsor. I wish I could do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and then there's the prayer. The prayer, because I put in Mama Mary, because because it's really that fiesta is Mama Mary.
Yeah.
And then of course after Mama Mary is Jesus. I put that in the walking to the church, and after that fiesta. It was really like, I wish we had that again, because children do not play anymore. They're all in their cell phones.
That's true.
Responsable bilang ate sa mga kasamahan ko, at maging disiplina din hindi lang sa akin sarili kundi sa mga kasamahan ko. Maging confident lalo na sa harap ng maraming tao.
Pagdidisiplina po sa sarili at pagiging maayos po, then yung pagpe-perform po namin, maayos po sa sarili. Kasi po, hindi lang po namin sa ballet yung nagagamit, pati po sa school.
Ballet is something very good for the human person. Their posture, the lines and all that. Now, can you really prove that it's good? You can dance until you're, that it's really good. How is that?
Yeah, ballet is the best thing that happened into my life. Because when I became an RAD teacher, we were taught anatomy. Meaning, what is it in one's body that would help movements? So, when we studied this, it's also the way I teach my students. I don't teach steps first. I make them understand their body, their anatomy, where the strength comes, from where the movement comes, so that in imparting this, they will understand what movement is and how they will do it on their own.
This part really rings a bell in my experience with many friends, because it's not a matter of running. If you run the wrong way, you can destroy your knees. It's not a matter of working out. If you work out the wrong way, you'll destroy yourself.
Right.
So you are saying that ballet can teach you all of this?
Yes. Starting young as they are, at 4 years old, we teach them where the movement comes from without having to explain. Like the use of the knees. The knees must be supple, so you have to bend and stretch, go far down and go up, and the use of the spine, elongation, the use of the shoulders down, the use of the neck. These are at 4, and it's gradually going up to, in RED you have primary, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then the advanced. It's slow process, but it helps the student understand their body to be able to do more difficult steps and become the best dancer that they can be. Or they can become professional teachers. Or they can become examiners. That's how they understand the body, and that's also how I teach the adults.
And this is backed up by science already? So the olden dances from the French, it's now made scientific. And that's what RAD did or something.
That is what RAD did. It's a scientific and development of dance, understanding the body and being able to do it in a very, very fluid and artistic way. So that's the reason for the examination, where an RAD examiner would come to my studio and conduct different levels. So it's slow, but the process is very good.
Wow. So everybody should do this.
Yes.
I mean,
And they once they pass the exam, the certificates come from London, signed by the CEO and the head of RAD. Certificates and medals. With that alone, is really like a triumph for these dancers, because once they pass, they become artists in their own right.
So they can put up their own schools and things like that.
Later on, yes, I encourage my advanced students to teach for me. Then later on, they open up their own schools. That is my dream. My students become teachers or Royal Academy of Dance examiners.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that your dad had to fight for your dancing because STC said you cannot. They didn't allow you to continue studying in STC, or so now they have the tights, because before it was like just your plain flesh, and they said that. So tell, how was that resolved, and how is the outlook of the schools now?
At the time, I was 4 years old.
Okay.
I was in kindergarten, and then the nuns found out that I was already enrolled in ballet, because I was really enrolled at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and they talked to my dad. They said, Mr. Claravall, if you want your daughter to continue studying here, she must forget about ballet, stop ballet. Because it is scandalous. And my dad said, what is scandalous about ballet? It is an art form. That's why I put my daughter here in St. Teresa's, because I want her to be intelligent and bright. And I put her into ballet because I want her to have a well-rounded personality. So what is scandalous about ballet? And the nun said, I see their legs. And her costume is the tunic with frills here, and you can see their behind. And Dad said, but she's only a child. What are you thinking about? But Dad won the discussion, but there was one thing. If she comes out in the newspaper, do not say that she is studying at St. Teresa's College. So Dad said yes. So I had my pictures in Free Press, in Manila Times. There was no school mentioned. But these nuns are the same nuns who put up the first ballet school inside St. Teresa's, Manila.
And you were the teacher.
Yes.
They changed their mind because there was already tights or
Yes.
something. Like,
Tights, leotards, and skirt.
okay.
We were all wrapped up. Sleeves.
Okay.
Those are the ICM nuns. Oh, how I love them. I love the ICM nuns.
Okay, so it's a very, very beautiful art that prolongs your life and gives you the proper postures and the healthy
The
movements.
healthy movements.
Because it's not just movements. You can destroy your body with wrong movement, right?
Wrong teaching.
Wrong teaching.
Wrong teaching. Wrong way of doing a plie, which is a bending of the knee of both legs. Wrong teaching of using the back if your back is curved. Or wrong teaching of lifting the whole body to use your core and just using your legs. Because when I see ballet dancers with big legs, that means it's wrong teaching.
You know, you are saying now that this is so good for the human body, the human being. In the next, I'm looking forward for the next talk we have in the next 15 minutes, wherein you will discuss these visions you have of transforming people holistically. Because I've also been in touch with some people doing things already, and they're like saying, oh no, I can't take out the squatter mentality of people. It's so hard. I give them houses, I give them this, but they are still like, but it seems like you have the solution. You have the missing link in the dance, in this dance, because you say, which we will find out in the next episode, you say that you have indeed made an experiment of getting people from the streets and teaching them this dance and transforming their lives.
Yeah.
You showed me the videos, you showed me the interviews of these people. You cannot say they're from the streets, that they were living in shanties and all that. So that's a big change.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know more about that and what are your plans with that, and how can other people who might be listening to us help to bring this vision to fruition.
As a spiritu, I wrote in the Claravall dance studio, and I've never regretted it. It has given me so much joy. It has developed me and has awakened the artistic dance and musicality in me, and I'm so happy that I'm doing it. Did I tell you my age? Okay.
I found that dancing, especially ballet, has given me a certain freedom of movement and an ability to learn gracefulness. And on a more physical level, it has improved my health by strengthening and toning my muscles and taught me much better posture and given me mental sharpness. I always look forward to my classes with Teacher Malen, and I'd invite you too to come experience what I found. I really think that you will enjoy it, body, mind, and soul.
We are going very inspiring and deep. You know, you have created this celebration. It's a play, a ballet play that she made herself, and she's bringing in the values, Filipino values into it, and she has made the experiment of getting street people and transforming them. She showed me the video of those people. It's amazing. It's like the missing link, because I've been talking to many people who want to change the world, like want to change the Philippines, and they say, I've given them houses, I've given them this. I cannot take away their squatter mentality. And a personal experience, I had so many friends, squatters behind my house. When a big SM was built, they all had jobs and then they all lost it. You mean they just couldn't, they had to be transformed. And looks like you have the solution. So can you tell us about this and how you came up with this and how it went and everything?
All right. I've been in many years teaching ballet, from little ones to the advanced, and they have reached the highest standard that they could. Some of them have gone into companies, and they're soloists. And I was asking myself, where to now? What would be my legacy? So, in the past, I've been getting scholars from within my village. But this time, with inspiration by the Holy Spirit, I thought I might as well go somewhere, go beyond. And I was led to the Bridge Builders Foundation. It's a private foundation. I just, from one foundation to another, I just knocked on their door. I was told to go there. And when I told them that I'm looking for scholars, I just needed 4, I said, which I could afford. And then, on the day of audition, there were 25.
Okay. Okay.
And street children, you can really see how they, their clothes and all. And I said, 25. but I just need 4. And out of the 25, strictly speaking, I could only get 2 if I had to put up my standards.
Why? What do you look for that you can only see 2?
It's the body structure, the turnout, the pull up. And
You mean they're supposed to have it already?
Yeah.
You're not gonna bring it out and
No.
fix that?
it's the body structure first.
Body structure first.
Yeah. If they're fat, no. If they're like they're just there to have fun, no.
You're not gonna let them slim down? If they're fat, they're fat? Like,
No. After the audition,
Yes.
then I saw their musicality. I know their capacity up to where they can go because of the body structure, the turnout and all. But then I
What's
saw
the turnout? Sorry.
a turnout of the feet like this from the hip, turn out of the legs. So after that, when I saw the desperation in their faces, my heart melted because they were there. I don't know if they wanted a new life. I don't know if they want to dance. So I said, all right, I'll just get 4. And when they left, I could see tears in their eyes and I could not sleep. I said, Lord, what am I doing here? So I decided to conduct. I was looking at my funding, which is very limited because the funds come from my own pocket money. From the students who pay goes to them. So it goes around. So paying students, the funds go to supporting them. So I conducted another audition, but this time I became a little relaxed. Guess how many came in? 45.
From 25 to 45.
And I decided I'll just get 10 and that's enough. Because I can stretch it a little bit and ask funds from my friends. I got 10 and these are the results. And they've been there and every Saturday they look forward to coming to the studio and stay in the studio to be taught. So, but how did I do this? I talked to them, I said, hindi lang ang pagsasayaw ang turo ko. Yung asal, yung tamang pag-uugali, yung respeto sa iba't iba. I had to talk in Tagalog. And ang gusto ko, hindi maganda yung magaling sumayaw sa stage pero ang pangit ng ugali sa likod. Aayusin natin. Opo. And that's how it started because once I hear somebody like there's a problem, I really talk to them para akong naging nanay. Yun. So they have apparently looked forward to ballet because it has changed them in school and their responsibility and their outlook in life. And according to the Bridge Foundation, some of them will not even finish college. All they want to do is what they have inside the art. And some of them would say, I'd like to become like you, Teacher Malen. So there's hope. There's hope in these kids. Even if they don't finish college, they can teach later on. There's a hope.
So this is even getting bigger because when she saw this in the kids, she made a play that brings back the Filipino values. And she explained it here in the celebration play. And if this is gonna bring back Filipino values and bring back the pride of the Filipinos. Traditions.
And music.
So how many times did you play this already?
Once, twice. Once in the big theater, another one in a mall.
So what if we have a vision of bringing it to the many provinces and touching the hearts of the people there, and bringing it all over the Filipino communities around the world? Hey, come on, man, like dreamers there, you want to do something. This is a ready play.
It's already played.
It's already there. It's a matter of bringing it out to transform the nation.
Slowly.
Are you doing a play about the flood control. I'm just kidding. I mean, we've not changed it all the way there, like, you know.
It
the
really
Filipino
starts.
thing.
It really starts young. You to the values that you one is imparted what they get. It is
Why
the
don't
value.
you also make a play about you finding these kids and transforming them and changing their lives? But I think it's already here. Huh?
It's already here.
It's already here. Like they can change their lives and all that and all that.
Yes, it has. Some of them, if they cannot come to ballet, would have tears in their eyes. Or when I'm very strict about scholarship, I would say 3 absences and you no longer can come. So they said, Teacher Malen, I'm going to have school. Please don't take me out. You know, there's really like, I cannot be absent. So there's really that discipline in them. And that's what I really want to do a transformation on these kids.
You know what? I think it's not only the kids you will transform. This play can transform our nation.
Yeah.
And not only here, in the Filipinos abroad, the Filipino communities abroad, like so many want to do something. Like a play like this that's ready to go, so many Filipino communities abroad will want to do this, especially if it has those values and those
Traditions and the games.
Oh, the
Yung
people are afraid we're losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean at all this, and I hope in our little way we can find the people you need.
Yeah, with the support.
to do this, right?
And it's not only transforming the little ones, because ballet is for everyone. So that's the reason why the legacy that I wanted to impart is also for the seniors. The seniors who are now like those who wanted to dance ballet before but did not have the chance to. Now they have the opportunity. And this has changed them a lot. The seniors and those physically and mentally challenged. So there is a ballet for physical and mental well-being at the Claravall School of Dance.
Amazing. That's amazing. Like, it's like we're scratching the surface of a gold mine of values and transformation. I mean, I think all this is for a reason. Something is guiding you. And
The Holy
us.
Spirit.
Amen. Yeah.
I always believe in that.
Yes. So, I think, is there anything you want to impart regarding this? Is the play ready? Are the people ready? Are you ready to go? They've practiced it so many times.
Yes.
Because like I did some plays before, and right when you're practiced so well already and you can do it well, all we had was like, I think 3 days of matinee and gala, and then that people wanted it, and then we like 2 months after we did it again, but that's it. So I'm like, you wanna perform, you're already on the green light, you're ready to go, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So
It's part of an artist's life.
It's a bad trip, like in case you're the artist and that's it. You
Yeah.
practiced for 3-4 months just to perform 3 days. Why not go to the different provinces, like hone the skill?
Yeah.
Hone, and they will, believe me, they will get better and better and better in the performance level.
That's true.
And so
Yeah, we have a show. That's why we're rehearsing. It's International Women's Month in March, and we have a show. Some of the dances will be performed on March 22 at the SMBF Parañaque, because it's International Women's Month, and I entitled I entitled it Women and Grace. You see, ballet is for everyone, so we continue honing the talents, continuing to practice. So we're ready to go when there is a needed performance. Okay, we're ready to go because this is our life.
Yes.
On top of school, of course, the regular school, academic school.
We wish you all the luck. We'd like to be of help in every way. And again, we'd like to thank you for this time. And if there's anything else you want to say to the people who will appreciate this and who would support, like I can already feel like, can you imagine going to the different Filipino communities? They're so hungry for Filipino values, the dances we have.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yes, I'm so glad that I was invited. Thank you for having me, and I enjoyed being interviewed by you.
Thank you. So so thank you once again. And again, your school, do you have satellite schools already or just one? Where is it?
Claravall School of Dance is located at Ireneville in Parañaque. That's the only one, the remaining school, because I've been teaching in different schools. But since this is the one where I would call semi-retirement, but it's not
But
semi-retirement.
don't you want to professionally put more satellites to help, like if you get that organized and you can have satellites with the many students you already have, put those satellite schools
not?
all over, yeah.
Why not? But it still has, we still have to work hard on developing a lot of RAD teachers.
Oh, okay. All right, so again, thank you. So hopefully the next time, if we will have a lot of people asking questions, then we can invite them here and have a live session.
Why not?
So you can really, it's now a face-to-face with all these people.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you also.